Adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Welcome to Rockville. North America's largest rock festival is finally here.
This is Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm here with
Kevin Martin from Candlebox.
Nice. So, first thing I want to say right off the bat, you're my second interview today, and you're the second one that made a comment about my T-shirt. So I made the right choice.
You made the right choice.
Yeah, you have to make these conscious choices of what shirt you're going to wear what day. And now I feel no matter what happens the rest of the day, I was successful.
Exactly. Well, some of us are going to know what that shirt is, and some of us aren't.
That's the point, right?
So all us old guys are like, yeah, we know that band.
Right, exactly. It was so funny because he was just telling me that he actually got into a fight with Darby.
I'm not surprised. Not surprised.
I would have liked to be a fly on the wall for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, welcome to Rockville.
Yeah, thank you very much. Exciting. This is a big place.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you drive on the Speedway?
I've been asleep. I just woke up 30 minutes ago, so I don't know. We may have. Took the bus around for a spin. I don't know.
I love it. So, have you played Rockville before?
We did it when it was in Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah.
So that was years ago. I don't know how long it's been. I want to say maybe 2017 or 16 we played it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. I like it in Daytona better.
Yeah.
I also like it better because I live in Palm Beach, so
Right
it's
down
a closer drive.
Yeah.
It's like I had to fly home from Sonic Temple, get in my vehicle, drive up here. Jacksonville's another couple hours.
Yeah.
So I like it. And so what keeps you going after all these years?
It's funny. I said I was retiring in 2023. And then I went out and did some dates with Bush last year because I just couldn't pass that up because I love those guys. I've known Gavin for going on 30 years now. So it was kind of like, it's the fans. Doing these is so great because you get to see, like, we're playing on the same stage as Everclear and Bush, catching all the other shows at the end of the night. It's really just about the music that brings the crowds together and how great the fans are. It's hard to tour, certainly in this day and age. I'm 56 years old, and I didn't think, when I was 20 years old, started this band, I'd still be doing it this long.
Right.
So it's really, I think it is the fans and the music that brings the people together, really.
I think, too, one of the things good about today compared to when you started, it's a more united fan base. We were just talking about that before, about like back in the day, back then, everybody had to be segregated. Mm-hmm. And you couldn't have festivals where you had certain bands playing and other bands. It was like, this is it, and that's it. You know?
We had Woodstock in 94, 99. That was about it, where you got those kinds of things. You're right. Yeah. As we all have aged, just Pete, as the older we get, the more we get to remember all the bands and get to know everybody. And so you have those friendships that you've made over the years. You get to catch up with people. Peter Klett, ladies and gentlemen.
No need to be.
So sorry. I went to pick up my family. Hell of a walk.
That comes first, and it is a hell of a walk anywhere in this festival. So.
Oh, well, I was outside the track. Sorry about that.
But you're here, and that's all that counts. We were stalling till you got here.
Yeah, okay, good.
Okay? I can't do the real interview yet, so let's just stall. But here you are. Welcome to Rockville.
Thank you.
That's where we kind of left off. We were talking about we're at Welcome to Rockville and how festivals in the past or other things in the past. What's cool about 2025 is you can have a united front of fans opposed to genre-specific. I can't like this band because I like this band, that we all lived.
Yeah, and the thing about festivals like this is there might be people coming to see a certain genre, but then stumble upon a band that's not and be like, wow, that's actually pretty good. I like that. And it opens up a whole new world to them.
That's what I love about festivals, by the way. Like some of my favorite bands, I found them at a festival. And I would have never heard them before. But I am the type that I'll go see different sets. I don't have to go to my favorite band every time. And that's the only band. Like the people that go to festivals are like, oh, so-and-so dropped out, like what's happening right now. And, oh, that's the only reason I'm going to a festival. Well, that's just dumb. If you're doing that good at a concert, because it's not even their real show at a festival so you can learn new music, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Greatest therapy in the world. So tell us about, so like you guys are like back to almost original again now. That's kind of cool. Like, how did that happen?
Pete came out and did a couple of dates with us last year when we were out with Bush. I was like, hey, you want to come back and do the tours next year? You want to come back and be a part of the band? He's like, absolutely. So it was really just a matter of a conversation, figuring it out. And Scott and Barty, they both have kind of real jobs. Pete and I still do music for our lives,
Right.
so easy for us to get out there and go to rehearsals, and for Barty and Scott, it's not. So don't know if you'll ever see the original band tour entirely again, but certainly we may do shows together, but this is a pretty great thing.
Yeah, that's like amazing. Whenever I hear stuff like this, like after, what was it, 8-9 years, something like that,
Yeah.
and it's like, that just amazes me because usually that doesn't happen. So, like, were you guys in contact the whole time and still friendly and stuff? Because, a lot of times it is bad blood or whatever, which it wasn't with you guys, but I love hearing the positive side of things like this.
Yeah, in hindsight, it all worked well because I had young kids. I was able to be home to raise them, still do music. We'd reach out to each other here and there and talk. And as time went by, it was like, hey, let's hang out when you come through. I'd love to sit in on a set. And that started to happen. And the connection, it was there. And like you said, he's like, let's do this. And so it was perfect timing. And I don't know if it would have ever worked as well had it not been that span of time.
Probably. I'd also like to know, like, how do you find the difference in the chemistry of working together now opposed to working together 10 years ago and 20 years ago?
Maturity, for one.
Yeah.
Growing up, differences in life, perspectives. Nowadays, it's more like whatever works. It's just easier because we know what to expect and how to navigate it a lot easier, I think.
And do you find like it getting back together, it was like putting on one of those comfortable old shoes that you had, like, right?
Absolutely. I've said it a million times. Nobody plays guitar like Pete. He's one of the greatest guitar players I've ever jammed with. And I've toured with some amazing musicians. We've toured with some great bands, Metallica, Rush, and I put Pete right up there with Alex Lifeson. And when he steps on stage and picks up that guitar, that's that tone. That's what started this band 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Those fingers and this voice. And it is literally like riding a bike. And it's the fastest 12 speed I've ever been on. I don't go for the 21 gears.
I love it. So what's your guys' passions outside of music?
Golf.
You're proving your age now.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've got a bourbon that's coming out this year, so I've been working on that for the past 2 years. And yeah, it's really in family. A lot of it is spending time with my son and my wife. My kid's 17, about to turn 18. I'm about to lose him in a couple years. And this summer we're going to Europe with him and looking at some schools. That's my passion, is my son and my wife and being with them. I really love that.
I love that. And, it's funny. It does go quick, doesn't it? It's like one day my kid was turning 18 and now he's 40 and this one's almost going to be 18 in a few years. It's like, it's wild, and that's his dad, and his dad is 40. I'm like, I'm not even fucking 40. How did that happen? How about you? Passions outside of music?
Music production. I love to mix music in the studio. I used to be a golf fanatic, but that kind of, Florida's too hot for golf.
No doubt. I live down in West Palm Beach. I don't know how these people go on the golf course and sit in that heat like that, and you're not moving that much.
Yeah, October's okay, but really just the kids, raising the kids, and production, music mixing is my favorite, yeah.
And I love hearing the family kid aspect of it because I think not many listeners realize they think of this rock star lifestyle, but they don't realize you're just normal people having normal families, doing normal things. You just happen to play music for a living, and it's actually your passion. So you're not hating your job because it's your passion.
No, I feel extremely fortunate for my life. Is definitely don't take it for granted anymore.
What else is on the horizon after Welcome to Rockville for you guys?
There's a show in Maryland in 2 days.
Nice.
And then we head home, start rehearsals for some shows in July. And then some things coming up later in the year. And then there's some possibilities there. We're not going to put it out there yet.
But people have to watch for it, though, right?
Yeah, keep your ears peeled for sure.
And how do people say it again?
Keep your eyes on the internet.
There it is. And how do people follow you guys on socials, on your website, and all that stuff, and buy your merch, most importantly, because that's the best way.
That pays the bills.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's it's Candlebox on Instagram. It's Candlebox on Facebook. It's, I don't know what other, we have Candlebox TikTok. Yeah. Candleboxrocks.com. It's all out. I mean, I think if you just type Candlebox in Google, it gives them all to you. And the Google's a great thing. I love the Google searches.
Right. And it's even better now with the AI. It's like, I'll search stuff and I'm like, I don't even have to scroll down. I just read the AI. Yeah, exactly. So one story, good or bad, in this whole musical journey, and it might be a different story for both of you. What would be the one you're going to share with your grandkids?
Oh, man.
That's why I love that question.
I mean, Woodstock 94 was pretty incredible. It was 300,000 people. And we'd been touring with Metallica that summer. We'd already toured with Rush earlier in the spring. And nothing really prepared me for stepping out on that stage. We'd done 70,000 with Metallica, that summer. But it's a completely different beast when you have 300,000 people. And that wave of people, it just goes on and on. And we headlined that Friday night, co-headlined it with Violent Femmes, which was great. I love that band. So I think I'll probably talk about that whole weekend because we were able to see all the bands on Saturday night as well. Watching Henry Rollins, Delight, watching Green Day get pelted with mud. All of that was an experience I'll never forget. And that's probably what I'll share with my grandchildren.
Nice.
I would second that. But also I like to tell the story about how the band actually got cut off in the very beginning. We were in a van on tour and the trailer started wobbling and it literally down the freeway, I-5, and it just spun around all the way, crashed through the medium. We ended up facing the opposite direction on the opposite side of the freeway. Didn't flip. Nobody got hurt. It was
on I-5. That's amazing.
Doing 75, going past the semi, and the trailer started wobbling. All of a sudden, the van just turns. And it was amazing. And it was one of those things in a movie where the smoke cleared and everybody's like, what the hell just happened?
It's funny that you mentioned Woodstock because I went to 1983 US Festival, which was supposed to be the Woodstock of the 80s. And I was there on Heavy Metal Day, also 300,000 people. And it is still one of my most memorable experiences. And I've had lots of them on the Sunset Strip through all the 80s. That one was like, the funniest thing, I told this yesterday, was David Lee Roth forgot the words Ain't Talk About Love. Eddie was looking over at him. They're headlining Heavy Metal Day, and he just looks at the crowd and he goes, I fucking forgot the words. And the whole crowd roared, except one guy who heckled him. And he's like, I'm going to fuck your girlfriend.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, that's one of those memorable moments right there. Anything else you guys want to let the listeners know about that we haven't covered already?
No, I think we're good. There's exciting things coming. So keep checking in.
I love it. Well, I love that you're here. Welcome to Rockville.
Thank you.
And thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey, everybody, this is Kevin.
And Peter.
We're with Candlebox, and you are listening to the Pipeman on W4CYRadio.com. W4CY.com. W4CY.com.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.